What does an IT leader do all day anyways? Are you sure you want to know? Okay. Meet Jane. Jane is a CTO in Chicago. So the CEO tells Jane that they're opening 2 new office locations in 2 months. So Jane needs to get them running in 8 weeks. And of course, Jane is already drowning in a sea of other projects. She's already got to manage all the IT infrastructure, software applications, including patches and updates, networks, disaster recovery, servers, PCs, security, mobility, remote workers, as well as working through the various contracts. Now she's got to duplicate all this around 2 new locations fast. Oh yeah, the boss says he wants Jane to start looking at cloud solutions because he read something interesting about cloud on LinkedIn. Jane finds out her current vendor doesn't provide service in one of the new locations. She doesn't know who operates in Dallas, so Jane researches it for 2 weeks and finds 7 potential vendors. 7 potential vendors! And time is running out. Of course, she already knows the carrier sales reps will make promises they can't keep because they have targets to meet. I mean, they're salespeople, right? One sales rep tells Jane that her company can have them up and running in a week if she signs the contract that day. And another tells her 2 months, and then everything in between. Who does Jane believe? And the pricing? All over the place for really no apparent reason. Now it's already 5 weeks later, and only 2 of the vendors she's talked to have a solution remotely close to what she needs. And now what about cloud? The process starts all over again. And Jane is no cloud expert, so she's flying completely blind here. Who should she believe? Then Jane talked to a supplier-agnostic, trusted technology advisor. They're a third-party neutral company that operates as a telecom and cloud solutions agency, like a consultant and a broker combined. But they're much better than that. I'll tell you about that in a second. You see, the right trusted technology advisor already knows the strengths and weaknesses of every carrier and supplier in the country. They know which suppliers can fit the needs of Jane's industry, her locations, and her company's unique systems and strategies. Better yet, instead of sitting on the other side of the table during strategy discussions, this cloud and telecom technology advisor sits on the same side of the table as Jane, like a true partner should. The advisor doesn't have sales targets to hit with suppliers because of their affiliation with a technology services distributor. They can choose from dozens or even hundreds of suppliers with no obligation or incentive to choose one, meaning Jane gets the best solution for her company, not for the salespersons. In short, the advisor cares less about selling Jane something and more about helping Jane find the right solution. When there's a problem, Jane calls her new vendor-neutral technology partner, not a customer service representative. Escalations get prioritized for Jane. Since the technology advisor is a business, not a job-hopping sales rep, they're investing in Jane and her company for decades. And Jane literally has one phone call when problems arise. That's total accountability, before, during, and after the implementation. But that's not even the best part. You see, whatever supplier and solution that Jane and her technology advisor decide on, her advisor will negotiate rates with the supplier that are the same or better than Jane would get by going direct. So, Jane gets all of the service, strategy, accountability, trust, and an optimal solution from a true advocate that has Jane's best interests at heart. And because the advisor is invested in a long-term relationship with Jane, something that their own business success depends on, this means they're more accountable to Jane. So everybody wins, including the supplier who gets more business without having to manage salespeople. It's how business is evolving in IT and telecom. So, do you want to get all of these benefits of working with a trusted cloud and telecom advisor? Call us today and let's get started.